Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Bo Nix, first NFL regular season start, locked in, fired up. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. Before we dive into the video, a quick reminder about the Quarterback School Patreon community. This group is the foundation, the bedrock of the channel. Not only is it an inexpensive, great way to support the channel, but you get even more Quarterback School content. So if you're wondering where all that great college football, all 22 is, it's probably over at the Quarterback School Patreon community. Hop over there, join, become a member. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get into it. Bo Nix, let the flats, quick outs, and screens wash over us. First one here, 3rd and short. Old school, fake it to the back, throw it to the back in the flat. I think Bo, there's a few things here. There's a scheme element that I think the tight end on the right, the inline tight end, could help us out by being late in the flat right there. But then I think Bo is late to the back here on the scramble. So as soon as he turns his back, 33, in the flat right now, boom, it's late. And so just understanding kind of how the scramble rules work in the league, I feel like most universally it's taught. Well, first let's talk about the play. So you fake it to the back, throw it to the back. He's number one. Usually someone to the corner. Sometimes it'll pop. That 2 is often the over. Then what I'm talking about here is this, what I'm used to calling a late flat. So it secures the edge and then leaks out here. Some people call it a bang flat, late flat. And that's kind of that 3 element here. So that's the play. This is what I think is missing. I think it could potentially be there. But then when you get out on the edge, so now we're scrambling. So we fake it to him. It's not there. We're rolling out this flat. As soon as he turns his back, that's the indicator. It's like a turn signal. It's like hitting your right turn signal. You're coming out of that thing again. And I think it's there, kind of 1D there, if you go through the read. So first, let's play this thing out. Yes to the flat up top. No. Out leverage. Fake it to him. Throw it to him. No. Over. No. Where's that tight end on the late bang flat? Leak out right there. Get it to us. Now, right there, when the back, who's in the flat, turns up the field, anticipate that move. See him put that move on the corner? Well, whoop, he's got him. It's just late on the scramble throw. So just, there's a lot going on there on 3rd short, no doubt about it. But I think the first thing is just scheme-wise, I want that tight end out. Once you seal it, like you're in the post, leak out, get there, give us an option. And then right there to the back. Oh, tick late. All right, 3rd and 9, next one. This one looks like it's red up top, little scissors down to the end. Now, I think the check down flashes for Bo Nix. Again, I think Bo Nix's strength at the moment isn't kind of staying in the pocket and keeping his eyes down the field. It's more, I got to go. I can make quick athletic throws, good decisions underneath, those types of things, get those completions. And for me here, 3rd and 9, it's a tough down and distance, no doubt about it. Let's just pretend that we know exactly what the play is. To me, scissors, sail, Seattle, whatever you want to call it up top, starting up there with this backside in. Now, normally you would probably go 1 to 2 in a perfect pocket. Now, it looks like they're trying to get like a little chip here. So chippy, and then we're down into that kind of like check down area. And I think it just flashes for Bo Nix. If he could get up, reset his base, and go 1 to 2, potentially drive this thing. I think another thing, just scheme-wise here, all these teams love these condensed formations, but when you run in breakers, if you don't spray the release, you really condense the window. So this window looks different to me than this window, a hell of a lot bigger, more space to be able to put that thing in. So just the architecture of the stem of how these things can really open up space for a young quarterback. But he never gets to the backside in. Again, first game on the road, not his strength, in my opinion, moving, resetting. See how he kind of like moves but stays on the move? Now, he gets a completion. In a lot of NFL quarterbacks rooms, talk about punting after a 3rd down completion is okay. So it's not the end of the world. And my guy is going to hunt completion percentage. He just is. You can't convince me of it. Otherwise, he runs out of bounds on a sack later in the game. So get a completion, punt. Okay, not the end of the world. But I think I'm going to restate it just so I'm clear. Up in the pocket, reset your feet, try to get the backside in. Now, you're probably not even going to get it. You can see 14 at the top. He's not spraying his stem. He's not widening that hole. It might not be there, but you don't even give it a chance when you're up, out, over type throw. Next one here, another third down, 3rd and 4. This time we're going to hit the number 3 down here to the bottom on the shock little stick. Now, Bo Nix certainly has some iffy decisions, but he's not getting any help in this game. It felt like we had really, really simple catch and throws that we're just dropping. And I get it. First game of the year. Okay, you come up with every type of excuse you possibly want. But this is pitch and catch. 3rd and 4. Little stick route. Coverage from the outside in. Paired with what I'm used to calling inside fade locked hitch. I think they run like slant flat over here. I think of this as more of a man concept, but the stick is good versus zone, and that's open space as well. Just raise up, put it on him. You know, can't catch it for him, right? I mean, that's perfectly thrown. Got to catch the damn ball. So again, we're trying to help out a young quarterback. Can't do that. I mean, that's perfectly thrown away from the defender. Damn. Next one here, another third down, 3rd and 2. This is a bummer because we're hot down here to the bottom. We got to play this thing hot. We got a free runner in the B gap. We can't just catch it and think we're just going to run away and get the old man pump fake going. Now, he's got a nice job of finding the first down there. It's a little closer than it has to be, but we're hot to the left. I mean, this is an easy see. He sees it. You just run and go get it yourself. And again, you see this pump fake a lot in this game. That pump fake is not going to work next week. I'm telling you, the scout team, whoever they're playing this week, that scout team quarterback's out there pumping for days. Those guys are going to try to take his head off. So again, I'm used to calling this some iteration of like thumbs. I know it's not exactly what this is, but where teams come in and run these like both returns or both arrows. Usually you run it with a basic. Sometimes you run it with like a little crosser here. You know, if they had time here, there's open guys all over the place. But technically, this guy's hot. So, I mean, when he rushes free runner, we must have hot answer. So someone's got to be the hot answer. I don't like seeing any quarterback, especially a young guy, even if he played, 60 plus games in college. We got to have our eyes in the right spot. Give ourselves a chance, man. You can't just think. It felt like this game, like sometimes it was just like, earmuffs me here, but like, fuck it, I'll just run and get it myself. And when he got out there, it wasn't always pretty. It was a lot of like, this looks a little out of control. I know he gets it here, and I know he gets the touchdown at the end, but like it felt out of control. Next one here. This is a bummer. These are the ones that really sting. We're going to get a wide open dagger down here to the bottom. This is as open as it will get in the league. Borderline like layup. And we got to be able to hook this up. And I don't even mean like give our guy a chance. We got to be able to throw a strike here. Great pass protection. Sky mail. I mean, could have easily been an interception, right? I mean, you want me to say it? I'll say it. If he could catch, he'd be playing offense 21. I mean, it's such a bad throw, it surprises the corner. And those are the ones that honestly piss off wide receivers because that's wide open. This should be a huge chunk. Dagger. Clear. Here comes that dagger on the deep end. Good versus damn near every coverage. And we get usually paired with like a shallow coming across this way. And all you're trying to do is determine, does the second level, these players right here, do they get depth? If they get depth, let's get it down to the shallow or get it down to the back. But I mean, this is frustrating open. And I think my thing about it is he's so precise. He being Bo Nix is so precise underneath and in the perimeter screen game. And he even, I think of him as like a pretty decent deep ball thrower. It's this in between kind of like the Tua, the Purdy layered shots that are so good on those inbreakers that are really like part of playing quarterback in the league. And again, he just looks toesy. He looks like he's bouncing around, moving around. I'm sure he's fired up. It's not an easy place to play. But again, I'm just being honest. Okay. This throw, this quality of miss, you don't see very often. I mean, it's so bad it looks like it gets tipped. It doesn't get tipped. It's just strange. It's not good enough. Next one here, another third down. Brutal interception up top to the number 2. I'm going to call this like I guess you call it a corner, a pylon, a flag. For a while, I didn't even know who the hell he was throwing it to. I think he's throwing it to 14. This is, I think of, when I think of potentially some issues for nicks in the pocket, it's this type of pocket movement. Move into trouble, bouncing around, toesy, panicky, falling to your left, going to your left. I don't think he makes decisions like this very often. Like, this is obviously a very, very poor decision. But I also don't love this play. Okay? If I'm going to be critical of the quarterback, I'm also going to talk about the design that I did like and dislike. This is just too tight. We're on the 21 here. Let's pretend this is supposed to go to the back pylon, which he doesn't. He carves it off short. He carves it off shorter than that. Okay, so I'll draw it up how I think it's designed. So up, back pylon, like literally hit the flag. He ends up running it more like come out tweeners, like right here. Then the kind of, we'll call this a corner sail, supposed to probably come into this area. And he kind of leaks a little bit up the field. So they're kind of like in the same area. And then whatever you got down here, whatever's in the flat, coming in and out. Again, I would like to see the immediate growth to be able to live in the pocket, say no to that kind of mushy, muddy mess on the backside, and just work the backside in. It's not always there, but it's there a lot of the times. And the guys you see thrive throwing it from the pocket have the capacity to get to the backside in. So no up top. Don't drift. Don't fall off to your left. Yeah, there's guys in your face. Maybe you got to step up, move, dip and rip, violent movement, reset your feet. Instead, we're drifting, chucking. That's a prayer. I mean, the guy jumps early. It's just, it's never there. The footwork, the timing of it, and then the decision is the worst part. But don't let the play design, the offensive architecture off the hook either. There's no good there's no good option over there to the left. It's not there. But again, you could see the in, right? On the right, 82 working across. So no. And again, the pass pro, the guy who gets the attention on outside the right tackle, he's running a pick. He picks the center and ricochets for the pressure. I mean, it's crazy. That is rough. Next one here, 5-3. Holy moly. Top of the second. We're going to hit the little switch release cross at the bottom. I mean, can't catch it for him, right? So what, at least a second drop we've seen this first half? It's right there. I mean, it's not a perfect throw. It's maybe on the wrong shoulder. But that's pretty nice. And again, I'm critical of his pocket movement oftentimes. This one's pretty nice. Buy some time, going left. Usually you think the ball goes left. He's actually behind him on the right there. But I mean, we've got to help him out. Like we can be as critical as we can be with some of the film, but this kind of spray in and then where the ball goes here, this is there. I mean, this is more than catchable. We can't have 2 drops a half with a rookie quarterback on the road in one of the toughest places to play and think we're going to have a good offensive day. In addition, I would say that this is hot down here to the bottom, isn't it? 2 on the back. We got no hot answers. Luckily, you got the left guard coming all the way back to take the hot off. Holy moly. So a little fortunate there with the pass pro as far as just having the answers. But man, we got to help them out. I know it can be frustrating out there if, quarterbacks missing throws, but you can't. This is more than good enough, right? I mean, it's maybe a little bit more behind him than I would love. Again, it's that intermediate zone, right? We've already seen the dagger. But this is a much better throw. This is catchable. It could be better. Next one here, another muddy decision for me. 3rd and 11. Now, I don't love the design of this either. We're going to fake this fast motion, get a man or zone cue. Sure looks like zone. Nobody moved. We're going to try to rip like a bang drift 8 up top, like quick post. And I understand the throw he's trying to make, but this is never there. This read is off number 2, the safety. If he's hunting up, either poaching or tricksing the 3 by one side, maybe. And again, you kind of see him try to move him with his eyes. Watch number 2 standing right below the E. See him move him a little, and then he's going to come back and rip that thing. But I mean, even if he throws a perfect ball. So again, this is tight. I mean, more than anything, I think it's tight. So if he's hunting up the number 3 over here, so you get him to move, then you get this kind of like what I'm calling this like tight 8 here or tight post, whatever it is. But the ball kind of, we throw a sinker over here. It's got to be right on him, and it's going to be a tight. That is a tight window, even for our NFL tight window. So the ball's not good enough. Again, we're kind of spraying that intermediate throw. If I'm being honest, his footwork looks like he almost like his back hip kind of gives out on him. He never gets all his cleats in the ground, right? See his toe, see his heel up right there. I mean, it almost looks like he has like a hitch in the film, like yee, right? Like look at his back leg kind of give out like ring. And I get why he wouldn't want to lead him, because it's going to get intercepted. You got to put it like on the body, on the break, right out the break. Now, in addition, so if this is what we're trying to do, we're trying to move this guy over here to create a lane, and then obviously we got to throw a better ball. I've already said this, but in these tight condensed splits, just give me a little bit of a spray release. Don't run straight up, because then the window is just so much tighter. And again, I get it. You don't want to run so far that you lose your leverage on the corner too. So it's a fine line. You almost want to run like at the outside hip of the corner. But man, this is a very difficult throw for any quarterback. This would be difficult for Drew Brees. And again, I don't think his footwork helps him. His back foot is, up on his toe. It's nasty. Comes out like a sinker. And it's really fortunate it's not intercepted, if I'm being honest. And it's just one of those things where, if this is what we're going to be asking him to do, I just don't think he thrives in driving these intermediate throws. And it looks even tighter in the red zone. I mean, you see the window there. If it's a perfect throw right on cue, right there on the body, maybe, but any more, and that guy's got to make a play on it. It makes me nervous. All right, next one here, big play action shot. We're going to get slow motion Tyreek Hill up top to run a slow motion comeback where we fall out of it. I think this is a pretty nice throw from Bo Nix. If anything, it looks like he's waiting on him and waiting to play with anticipation. I mean, it's there on this kind of play action counter pass. Now, do I think he could help himself and be lined up a little bit more? I do, but I don't understand. This route is not good enough. First of all, it's slow motion outside in the outside exit motion. It's a slow ass turn. So we're slow. Then we slip out the top. Now I do like the little stem at the very top of this route. So when I say, motion, slow here, then I like the stem where he stems kind of into the guy, but then we trip coming out of it. I mean, it's just got too many, it's bookend by bummers, and then it's almost intercepted. I mean, I don't think this interception is on Bo Nix. Now I do think that he could be turned at the top of this thing in a perfect base as opposed to playing like this, but it doesn't matter. It's right there. The timing of it is a little janky just because he's waiting for him to come out of it, but we're slipping. So we're getting no help on the perimeter. I mean, zero. Now we're missing throws too, but again, you be the judge with the footwork. Lined up? No. Wasted movement? Yes. Heel click? Yes. Toesy? Yes. Waiting for him to come open? Still a good enough ball. We got to catch it. We got to hook those up. Next one here, 3rd and 9. And again, I know I say hunting for completions or aware of completion percentage. I don't think there's anything wrong right here with taking the check down. Again, I know I allude to it a lot. I say it in a lot of videos. Punting after a 3rd down completion is a philosophical core tenet of a lot of offenses in the NFL. I don't think this is necessarily a bad decision. Now, do I think maybe he could look to push it down the field a little bit? Yeah. Do I think this side over here is where you'd want to push it? Yes. So if you've got this circus deep out and you've got the corner going this way with his rear facing this way to the sideline, you've got whatever you want over here. This play is often baked with double in. So basic, deep in, kind of different layers. I don't think either of these ins are there. I think they do a decent job defensively getting depth at the second level to take those away. So if you don't like this in over here, I could see getting down to the check down. And again, it's not the end of the world. I just want to provide the evidence of, hey, we're turning down potential opportunities down here to the bottom. So right here, when 27's got his rear to the sideline, you've got it. Well, he's not even looking over here. So maybe they read it differently. I'm not pretending to tell you I know exactly how they run their offense. But I don't think there's anything wrong with taking this check down. I think there's time and place to be able to push it down the field. If you're not going to work the bottom on the deep out, then the second level of the defense is going to dictate getting the ball to the check down. Get it out of your hands, get a completion, punt it, live to fight another day. Next one here, 3rd and 8. This time we are going to get to the backside end. So a little version of scissors up top, doesn't like it, moves off the launch point, finds the backside end. Now, this is a nice little chunk. Okay, that's the first part. I like his ability to find the backside end. My thing that I'm going to continue to point out is that he's got a trait that I don't love, which is essentially moving to trouble. So leaving a normal, good pocket. I'm going to call this a post, and this is supposed to be like a corner or an out. Like that's the scissors effect for me. The backside in is right here. Now I see what he sees as far as a potential lane to move in, but as opposed to taking off and running or doing what, there are some guys that can kind of play on the move full speed, and that somebody is usually just Patrick Mahomes. But as you go here, I would love to just set your feet as you feel this space and drive this ball a good throw so we don't have to go to the ground. So again, it's not that it's all bad. It isn't. It's that as he moves to go here, a better throw, you have more time. Don't move to make it harder, right? Like that looks like he's taking off to run. Look to the left. There's no threat there. Just get through the read. And again, as he goes, the backside end opens. So, I'm probably overstating it on this one, if I'm being honest, because the mic moves to the check down, but I still think he could set his feet and make a much better throw. That guy's open. 14 is wide open in the middle of the field. Give him a better ball so he can run instead of stop, drop, and roll, trying to put out a fire in the middle of the field. I mean, that's right. I can't be the only one to think, hey, we don't have to move like this. We don't have to get out on the run, get our eyes down. Why are our eyes down? Just get through the read. Reset your feet, throw it in. And again, could 14 stay up there? Maybe, probably. Dang. Next one here. This might be, well, I'm not going to say it's the worst play. There are a handful of really bad plays. This is right up there at the top of the really bad plays. This is just lucky. I mean, this hits the defender in the face. If he could catch, he would be playing offense. I get it. It looks like he's looking someone off to the left and then just blind chucking it to the right. Like this is what like a Feel Good Friday rep feels like when you're the scout team offensive quarterback and the coordinator says, throw a pick. You just look to the left, fuck it. I mean, what? He doesn't even look left. What? I mean, look at the other defenders. They can't believe it. That's a gift. I'm not going to draw this play. I don't know what the hell he's looking at. I can't tell you what he's looking off to the left to come back and rip. Is that a seam? That looks like a wrap in. I don't know. But those are the kind of reps that usually get people thinking, damn, this might not be it. I know it's just 1 week, so we're not going to overreact, but this is a bad rep. And there were some fucking bad reps in this game. This is not an interception. I mean, if that guy didn't jump for some reason, it's an easy catch. Oh my goodness. Very next play, 3rd and 6. Now I know we just had a very bad play and we're probably a little bit on tilt here, but this sure looks like Bo Nix is checking or getting into the play that he wants and reaffirming the point. So we're going to do all this to get a free runner up top. And we're going to really break this thing down, but free runner, spin out, use his athleticism to get out of it. You have to throw this away, bro. It's 3rd and 6. Just throw it away. You cannot take an Elvis Gerbach sack. And an Elvis Gerbach sack is when the quarterback just runs out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. That's a sack. And I'm telling you, this pisses off offensive line coaches more than I can even begin to justify or qualify or have you understand. These stats follow them their whole career. Pass protection unit, sack. So again, just go through the process here of what he does. So he's going to check to whatever he wants. it looks like the point originally goes to the right. Then he says, no. Let's go to the left. Send the offensive line to 0. So they're going to go to 0. You see 74, 0. The back doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Look at the back. Watch the back go like this. Wait, what's up? Bucket. He's going to go to the right. Either way you cut it, someone's free. So if the back went to the left, 17 would be free. All that communication, free runner. Right here, you have to throw it away. You cannot. And again, I know this hurts some Broncos feelings and some Duck feelings, but you've got to be willing to take the throwaway incompletion there. Look at my guy, Joe Vitt. He is disgusted on the sideline. Like the locked cabinet or something. Oh my God. Look at this. It looks like we're just juggling. Oh my goodness. Okay, so pointing to the right. Now, it's easy for me with a clicker days later to have the answers for you, okay? But the way that this is most commonly solved, look at the back. All that, and the back gives up. I don't fucking know. So at the end of the day, okay, they've got the potential to bring 0 here. And all that means is they're bringing a +1 potentially somewhere. So they can bring more than we can block. Okay, so to this side, so if the back comes this way to me and he blocks, to me, that means his duel is over here. They're doing great. Okay, so that's going to be blocked. The free runner is going to be up top. I'm used to calling this a side adjust. You can call it a hot. It doesn't really matter what your vernacular is. We need an answer to the side of the free runner for the quarterback. It can be many things. It can be just skip off. It can be dart. It can be slant. It can be hitch. It can be smoke. It can be what? It can be anything. It can be chuck it, throw a post. But we've got to have it built into the system. It can't be all this communication for nothing for a free runner Elvis Gerbach sack. And then again, first game, rookie quarterback, I get it. But it looks like they have a plan, right? I mean, you can't tell me this isn't a plan. We're redeclaring, go to the right, audible, whatever, kill, can, check, go to the right. No, to the left. And the back can't go, hey, what? And then again, let's just pretend like we block it up correctly. Where does the ball go? No one's looking. There's no hot. But the guy down here to the bottom, number 1, is running a loop or return. There is no hot route. You can't play quarterback like that. And you sure as hell can't run out of bounds like this. And I know it's a me issue, okay? It's a my channel, so it continues to be my issue. But I just want to reinforce how much that pisses people off to not throw it out of bounds for an incompletion and not take the sack. There's a big difference between an incompletion and a sack. And again, I just can't get over the communication, all to have the running back not know what to do, all to have a free runner, all to run out of bounds for a sack. Just disgusted. Just absolutely disgusted. My goodness. We're still in the first half here. 3rd and 9, 20 seconds left to go. Into the second quarter. We're going to throw a dot, probably the throw of the game for Bo Nix. Back shoulder, thing of beauty. Off 5-step. This is as good as it gets. I mean, this alone has got to make you a little excited as a Broncos fan, because this is a super talented throw. Decisive. I mean, it's not only a talented throw, it's a perfect throw. It's a nice catch, big hookup. It's well done. Joe likes that one, huh? There you go. There you go, Viddy. Like it. And again, decisive, pushing the ball down the field in that kind of zone that I wouldn't say is his strength. And there's not a lot of open dudes, right? We're throwing people open right there. Back shoulder, Breeze-esque. I would say this even looks like, stronger arm than we saw with Breeze. We saw those usually closer to the line of scrimmage with Drew. That's pushing it down the field to the wide side, 3rd down. Did my guy say, he's too small, too little, too little, too small. And again, from 5-step is pretty unreal, not normal from the quarterback position. I still think he bounces around back there, not lined up, kicks to your left. Now he drives this one and puts it in an absolute perfect spot. This is an awesome throw. Really, really well done. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications. I sincerely appreciate you subscribing to the channel. It means a lot to me. It is that time of year. So subscribe, get the videos. I appreciate it. Again, the Quarterback School Patreon community, you know about it. Join, become a member, get even more Quarterback School content. We also have Quarterback School courses. Now, the courses are the premium content available through the channel. These are deep, deep dives in my favorite football topics. We have a course on RPOs, tempos, pass protection. The best-selling course is how to beat every coverage. We even have an entire offensive system available for you, so hop over there and enroll. You can check out all the courses at the new Quarterback School website, theqbschool.com. Hop over there, ask me anything, a really fun, interactive way for you to dive into the library of content available through the channel. And then finally, make sure to follow me across all social media platforms. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get back to it. All right, second half, here we go. Another 3rd and forever, 3rd and 11. This is a massive bummer. We're going to throw the check down here to the bottom on that kind of like what I'm used to calling ocean play, just deep hooks. You know, I don't necessarily think it's the worst decision in the world. We've already talked about throwing 3rd down checkdowns, punting after a 3rd down completion being all right. You know, obviously Bo Nix can't hold on to the damn ball for this guy. So it's a bummer on many different levels. I will say, and again, I want to be sensitive to the fact that it could easily sound like I'm like picking on this guy, this unit. But this play, okay, it's 3rd and 11. It's going to take a mini miracle to get a first down on 3rd and 11 normally. Normally, this play is played 1 to 2 to the squeeze, 2 to the squeeze. Now, there's not really a squeeze here. It's kind of matched to the entire way, so you don't get that traditional read. Would I love to see him come out here and give this a little bit more time? You know, if he has enough time to be able to see if he can drive this curl down the field? Yeah, but again, Bo Nix is not causing this turnover. You know, there's a part of me that would love to say, hey, if you have a little time here, see if you can get that curl to kind of wrap around this guy. You can see the space in here. You know, if he's comfortable doing that, to me, it looks like he's already working the check down. You know, where some guys would come out here and maybe deke this way, get this guy thinking you can move him this way, because you can see it's matched to the hook in the middle, right? This guy's running with him. Then you can kind of curl into this space. But again, that might be too much of an ask at this point, especially with how the first half went. I really don't have a problem getting to the check down. More than anything, we just have to stay in phase and hold on to the damn ball. We can't be in 3rd and forever asking our rookie quarterback on the road in what's arguably one of the hardest places to play in the league to go and convert these things. And again, you know, you be the judge here with the drop if it looks like something that you'd want to consistently see. And also, he's getting hit from all sides. And there's not a lot good going on here, coach. Okay? We can play better a lot of places before Bo Nix on this rep. Next one here, 2nd and 9. I put this one on here not because it's that impressive of a throw, a little hitch down here to the bottom or choice, turnaround in zone. But it looks like we're hot. It looks like he plays it how I think most people would have it taught and want played, meaning you throw the hot into the free runner. Now, I would say it's probably not protected the way I would want to protect it as far as a left tackle squeezing this thing. But if we have a free runner, and let's just say that this guy's supposed to be the free runner. I'm not sure he is, but and then we're going to run. Someone's going to run deep, usually to the corner. And then this little choice behind it or option just going to settle up in zone. So there's a big void there. Great. And if that's your hot answer, great, play it hot. Now, again, what I'm saying from the left tackle here is I would expect this left tackle to big squeeze this. So pass set for the big guy, but then close the B gap down and let the free runner come from the widest lane gap. So again, I think this is a nice job from Bo Nix. Now, again, you never know does he play it hot? Does he fall into it hot? I think he plays it hot. I think it looks good. This is where I would want him to live. Empty, clean. Again, right? The guy runs right into the left guard. The center's going to the right. So we're hot off 2 out of those 3 on the left. 2 out of those 3 blitz. Pressure, we got to throw it. And again, watch the drop. This is very nice. Shuffle away, keeps his base. Ball's out on time. Excellent rep. Next one here, 3rd and 5. The first of 3 Dragon Lions in this half, which is probably 3 too many if you're asking me. I think this is a pretty decent play from Bo Nix. There's a lot of contact out there. You know, what the matchups look like on the perimeter. When I see middle field close versus Dragon Lion, I'm thinking one of the outside slants. They got to win. And I mean, he can cry to the official, and you can make the argument that that's a penalty, and I certainly would. But we got to win. So this is the lion side to me, double slant. Dragon is slant, flat, drag on, drag, slant. And it's usually a closed open read, open, closed, but verse closed, man, you can usually pick either outside. So pick side. And again, verse press, the only thing I would say here is my preferred footwork is one step, catch, and sink. So you catch on that back one step, sink into that back hip, and let this guy win. So it becomes more of a win and then put it on him. But you got to win, right? Like Bo Nix can't go out there and run the route for you. You've got bump on both sides. Pick a side, maybe go away from rotation. So I think it's a good decision. He goes away from rotation here. You got to win. And again, you be the judge on that route up top. Does that look like he's running a fade, or does that look like he's running a stem to a bump slant? And then again, you got to get him the hell off you. They got really good players. They get paid too. I get all that. Okay, all the excuses. Line them up. But from Bo Nix's standpoint, I think that ball's a pretty good ball. Now, would I love to see him catch and sink? Yeah. See how he kind of catch and hitches? It doesn't really matter, bro. He puts it right on him. You got to win. You got to catch it. And we can't call dragon lion so many times either. Next one here. This is a frustrating rep for me. 3rd and 6. We're going to end up hitting the number 1 down here to the bottom. Sure looks like a tight end running a shallow. The ball's slightly behind us, and that allows us to not get the first. So we're going to talk about the whole concept down the field. But this ball, I feel like this is what Bo Nix does. Like he is super accurate in this short, intermediate, behind the line of scrimmage, first 5 yards, no coverage zone type throws. I like the drop, lined up to the left, getting there, dovetail. We just can't put it on we can't miss like that. Like you might say, hey, what are you talking about, dude? He caught it. It's behind him. It slows him down. Now he can't make a move, and he can't get a first down. And it's a nice tackle from 0. Can't catch, but he can tackle. And we're down, and it's 4th down, and now we're punting. So it's those, even though it's not 3rd and forever, it's 3rd and not good enough. So we get a chip, a little behind us, nice tackle. Now, concept-wise, okay, I guarantee there's going to be some screenshot warrior that's going to piss me off and say, why didn't he throw it here, dude? He's wide open. He's running with a mailbox. Okay, first of all, whoever this is, I would say on this play, so for me, this is just a version of dagger, deep in. This is called a clear. This is usually a cross or a deep cross. This looks like it's a chip where the ball goes, or else he gets chipped into the shallow. So again, you're usually trying to get the ball here. Maybe versus man, certain coverages, you get this cross or deep runaway. But what you can't have happen is the guy who's doing this game, this is a route that's like for the love of the game. You got to clear it out for your buddy. You can't get rerouted at the 2nd level, and then you can't slow down and throw your hand up like you're the primary. It's just not good. It's not good collective perimeter offense. And that's not letting Bo Nix off the hook. That's just what the film says. So we get rerouted as the number 2. We throw our hand up, and we're covering up our own guy. Like, yeah, it would be great if he sees that, but it's not part of the progression anywhere I've ever been. And then the ball is just not good enough, and we're punting again. So even though this was a 3rd and manageable, 3rd and medium, we can't execute at a high enough capacity to get a first down. And at the end of the day, for this video, for this channel, the quarterback play, Bo Nix's strength, playing to it here, underneath, nice easy throw. I mean, that's a what, 13-yard throw, 15-yard throw max. We got to be more accurate than that. That's not going to play. Next one, another big opportunity at dagger, this time down here to the bottom. Now, this one's a little bit more blurry because we've got a tidal wave of blue coming at our grill. This to me is one of those ones where it's better to not throw it. If you don't think you can get the throw off, like, right, that could easily be an interception. We're missing that guy by, 5 yards, being generous. Now, I think it's there, and I think maybe he could play it earlier. We could certainly block better at long hair, but we don't want to be throwing balls like that in the grasp over the middle of the field. Now, again, I'm not saying these are easy throws. These are not easy throws. These are big boy throws. Deep in NFL off dagger concept, off play action, right? We're turning our back, under center, turn our back, set our feet. I'm used to this landmark being 20 yards, 2 yards inside the numbers. So time it up, hitch it, and let it go. Put it right where you think it's going to be. If it's the coverage you anticipate seeing, it's called, it's there. To me, he's got to see it. You know, he's waiting. Hitch, throw. See how he kind of like hitch statue? Hitch, throw. He's just a tick late seeing it. And again, I wouldn't say that these guys look like they're absolutely pumping it down here running wise. And that is as poor of a clear as you'll see as far as not even looking back, not trying. But I mean, you can see the end is open. But he's also on his back. So you'd have to throw that thing with significant anticipation, which I'm not sure he has in the bag right now. But what you don't want to do is half chuck, half prayer that thing. That's the decisions where he put the ball in harm's way, didn't give them a chance in this one. And this is another one, he just kind of got away with this one. Next one here, 4th and 2, Dragon Lion, your old friend. I'm not sure how exactly he decides to go to the Dragon here. Maybe it's just personnel-wise. Says I'm not going back to 14. It's a big collision. You know, this looks like kind of crummy two-man to me. You know, I don't think of this play as a good play versus two-man. Now, many of the slants win, so maybe it's not true two-man here. But pick a side, I guess. I mean, I think most people play this play open lion. So you'd work inside out down here to the bottom, and the ball probably goes to 14. Also, check down is a great answer versus two-man in this one. But 4th and 2, I mean, that's a nice catch. That's a collision catch. He's got to extend a little bit. Nice job converting the 4th and 2. Again, I really, really dislike this call. And the reason I dislike the call is not because the play sucks. The play's been around forever. It's just static. Teams know how to defend it. It's not complicated. There's no pressure on the defense. Next one here. This is a brutal interception. We're going to throw a pick to the over. The oh no pick. Oh no. Arch. Took me like half hour to realize I wasn't Arch Manning on the game. This is one of those ones again, I'm not in their installation. Okay. I don't know what the intent of the play is, but I can tell you, I have an idea of what it is. And if my idea is correct, I think this is a turn down. So not only is it a terrible decision. So first off here, what is the play? To me, this is just a naked. So we're going to fake toss this thing. The read is almost guaranteed to be flat, over. Okay, now normally I say there's something deep, but every once in a while, as like a change-up shot opportunity, you come out here, you fake that deep corner, and you hit this big post going back the other way. I thought Nebraska hit it this weekend. A lot of teams run this. I think of this as more of a closed beater, like you lean on it and cross the safety's face, but it's got a chance. It's essentially, the way I think of it is like a shot play. So if you get out here and you've got time, so there's no immediate threat to your health and safety, let's take a peek back here potentially, is kind of how I think of it. And if that's the case, to me, this is a turn down. I want him to come out here. It looks like he's looking this way. If he's looking this way, is it a pitcher look? Maybe not. But the grass here is a throw for me. And these are the kind of turn down, things that allow me in good faith to say, hey, less completion percentage, more let's take shots when they're there type vibe. So again, watch that number 1 down here to the bottom. He's going to push up, lean to the corner, and then get to the post. And right there, to me, that's a throw. He looks like he's looking that way. I want to throw that ball. Again, like we're all looking at the same thing, right? This way, this defender is baseball turning. You can drive this thing anywhere out here, and it's going to be a big hit. Instead, we try to, fit this over in there. It's triple covered. He doesn't even see the guy who's picking it off. Come from way the hell over here. It's just one of those things where it's one thing to throw a muddy disaster interception. It happens to everybody at some point. But I think it's worse because we turned down what looks like a shot opportunity. Now, again, maybe it's just a clear in their system. Although I doubt it. The guy's running it like he's anticipating the ball. So again, play this thing out. Do you like the post? Lean on him. No. Over. Oh my God. I didn't even get the right guy picked it off. The backside corner picks it off. I mean, you be the judge. Is the guy running the over running full speed? Maybe I don't know their personnel well enough to know what looks fast and what doesn't look fast. But my goodness, I mean, that's just disgusting. And I think it is worse, the fact that he's got this shot right there. See him look, I mean, he looks like he wants to throw that. Oh, no. Damn. Next one here. This is a nice job from Bo Nix using his legs. It's also a really nice job from the back. Great effort from the back to keep the deke on as he's downfield. So scramble mode right there. Watch the back keep going. He doesn't stop, so his defender turns around. So get an extra, 10 plus yards. Well done from 33. Now, would I love to see Bo Nix, work the backside in? I think it collapses on him. He's got to get out of there. Look at the effort at 33. See him just keep running here. He knows Bo Nix is running, but he keeps running. That's such a high football IQ play from 33. That keeps 17 out of the tackle. It's awesome. And Joe likes that one, kind of. Go cross arms right there. Yeah, eventually cross arms. Not that impressed. I mean, at this point, not feeling great quarterback wise. Get out, use your legs. I'm all for this. Default to this. We talk a lot about young quarterbacks being able to move the ball with their legs. An easy hack. Zach likes it on the sideline. Could you slide and throw it to 80 on the backside in? Maybe, but we haven't seen anything in this game to say that that's going to happen anytime soon. Instead, slide, get out, use your legs, go get a first down. An easy first down. Need some easy first downs. Next one here. This is a bit of a bad look. It looks like we're hot down here to the bottom. It looks like Bo Nix plays it hot and 11 just doesn't look. I would make the argument that most NFL offensive lines would want to pick this up. And what I mean by that is they're only rushing 5. We're sliding to the right. They're bringing 3 to the right. We got 3 guys. The right guard and right tackle should fan this thing, most likely. 69 should be out, and we should be fine. That looks like a panic chuck to me. Now, maybe this is how they want to play it, but I don't necessarily think that's true. I bet the declaration is these 4 going to these 5. Okay, but this is the guy that blitzes. Well, when this guy doesn't blitz, they usually say, hey, these 3 are going to take the 3 most dangerous over here. So fan this thing out. Keep your eyes wide. Fan this thing out and pick this up. But what ends up happening is this is a free runner. I think they get someone down the field, someone in the flat, and then 11 as he comes across here. You would love for him to feel this void, feel this like heat off your face, and then all you do as you go is peek, like a peacock. Now, again, are all those things part of this? I don't know. But I can tell you that this is not the look you're looking for. So I would imagine the offensive line is in the wrong. I would imagine Bo Nix panics. And I remember 11 probably needs to look if they're going to play it like this. I mean, it's layers of bad, right? It's units of bad. It's easy to just sit here and blame Bo Nix. And this is certainly a quarterback-centric channel. But I try to do a good job of providing like universal rules for pass protection here. Watch the center. Right guard. They're sliding to the right. Keep sliding. There's only 3 guys. That's a little guy out there. Keep sliding. And then don't do that. Panic chuck. Holy moly. Next one here, 3rd and 4. Now, this is not the most impressive throw in the world, but I do think it was one of Bo Nix's better pocket reps of the day. They're going to bring the heat. He's going to check to what he wants. He's going to end up throwing a little quick out flat down here to the number 1. It's 3rd and 4. I joke around about quick outs and flats, but this is well done. Right up on him, get a first down. That's executing 3rd down. Now, it's not 3rd and forever. So it's 3rd and manageable. Now, technically, they would be, similar sight situation if all those guys blitz, but you can see the interior guys drop out of there. And he hangs in there, right? Like he looks like he's not bailing here. Hanging tough, trusting the pass pro, makes that throw with someone right in his face, chuck and duck right up on him. It's outstanding. This is a very nice rep. This is one of those reps that I think, as a young quarterback in the league, you want to learn from, have your confidence grow. So he's in command at the line of scrimmage. You can see him getting to the play that he wants. Looks like potentially 0. Block it up. 7-person pass pro. Feel good about it. Drive the ball down the field. And again, It doesn't have to be a hero ball throw every time. Whether that's a little option, choice, flat, whatever it is, get a first down. Much needed. Moving the ball, putting a nice little drive together at the end of the game to leave this thing feeling a little bit better. Next one here, 2nd and 5. Okay, the ball's on the 14. We're going to run dragon line again. He's going to hit the line up top to the number 1. Better move, better separation. Don't necessarily love guys jumping to catch the ball with their chest, but I could understand him wanting to protect himself here. This is not the drop that I usually think of with this play. This to me looks like, almost like a slow 3. Feels a little late. Again, that's why the safety's into play here. The drop doesn't look like it's usually tethered to this play just because you want it to come out faster. Press man, I'm thinking 1 sink right on him, right? Like he's open right there. Let him win on him. We still take 2-3. And now that's why the safety's in play. The safety shouldn't be in play a middle field close on a slant. This ball is late. Now, I will say the other thing, I will bet a lot of money that a sluggo gets called early in the next game for Denver. They hit through dragon line way too many times to not come out and sluggo the next opponent. They're going to be sitting on the slant, 3rd down and medium. Again, to me, this is just not the correct drop. Just straight up, not recessed. Don't get to do whatever you want. Put your guy in harm's way. Now we're getting hit by the safety. Glad he caught it, though. I mean, that's a big collision by a middle field safety on a slant. Next one here, touchdown run. That's a nice job from Bo Nix, getting out on the edge, using the old man pump fake, get him up in the air, a nice little spin. Again, a little maybe out of control at the end of this thing, but again, nice job finding the end zone. Certainly didn't stop competing, right? I mean, those are all positive things you can say. I think it looked better here on these final drive, but nothing about this day felt comfortable. It didn't feel easy at all. Again, that's a really nice job getting him up in the air right there. Whoop. Nice body control to spin as well. Just one of those things where I love the fact that it ended on a positive note. It felt like we had a better drive here at the very end. But man, this was tough sledding in many different levels, many different units. It wasn't just Bo Nix. It was some of the communication at the line of scrimmage, the pass protection, certainly the execution on the perimeter, some of the plays. You put all those things together in a hostile environment, it's going to be tough. So that is a wrap. Bo Nix, week 1. Hey, I think the first thing that I'm going to try to do on all these week 1 videos, especially for rookie guys, is you got to pump the brakes a little bit. Now, was this good? No. The bad really didn't give them a chance. The interceptions, forcing the ball, kind of getting lucky multiple times. That could have easily been more interceptions. I thought it was nice that they kind of got a rhythm going eventually. It's going to be one of those things where I think it's going to be a struggle a little bit to be able to get Bo Nix comfortable driving it down the field. It doesn't mean that it can't happen. It looks like he's slightly more comfortable doing it outside the numbers. That ball right before halftime, the back shoulder fade down the field, that was outstanding. That was a beautiful throw. And then he made some great plays with his feet. But it felt like they never really could get them off of them and or enough time for him to be able to feel comfortable in the pocket driving the ball down the field. And that might just be reality. I don't think it's necessarily set in stone after week 1 by any means. But if we're going to be so dink and dunk at the line of scrimmage in the no cover zone, the 0 to 5 yards, that's where we're going to target. When we take those shots intermediate wise, we got to be able to hook them up. We got to be able to give our guys a chance. And there were chances that it just weren't even close to being hooked up. We were missing. We were sky mailing deep ends. We're not giving ourselves a chance. We're chucking balls into triple coverage. It just looked unsettled. And so I'm sure we'll get better. There's nothing easy about playing in Seattle. There really isn't. It tests your communication. It tests everything about how you operate offense at a high level. And he didn't get any help. I thought there were some scheme questions. I thought there were some oversimplified calls when you think dragon lion 3 times in 1/2. I think the pass protection didn't let him down, didn't let him feel comfortable in the pocket. And we had way too many drops at the perimeter. You put all those things together, you're asking for a beatdown, especially on the road in the NFL. So hopefully he bounces back quickly. We shall see. Thank you so much for hanging to the end. I will see you next time. Have a good one.